So many network marketers fall in love with a health and wellness product, and then they realize that there's an incredible opportunity to build the lifestyle and income of their dreams. But what happens when you get started and you run out of friends and family to talk to, and what you're doing on social media just isn't quite getting you where you want to be? Well, the truth is, it's probably not your fault. It just takes a little marketing know-how that you may not be getting from anywhere else. So on this podcast, I'm sharing with you the secrets that I've been able to learn from all of my top earner friends and mentors. I'm pulling back the curtain on exactly what it takes to get people excited about the wellness products that you have to offer, to help people improve their lives, and to get you to the rank that you want to be at. My name is Soraya Goddard, and this is Secrets to Marketing Your Wellness MLM. Hello. I am talking to you today about some practical tips on how to build a business when you also have a job or a career that is taking up most of the time in your day. Girl, I understand if you are sitting there thinking that you are at a point in your business where you are frustrated, you are overwhelmed with the number of things that creep up into your day that are unexpected, the kids, the job, the errands, the groceries, the soccer practices, the whatever it is that you are dealing with that are popping up into your day and taking you away from the thing that you really want to be doing, which is building your business. I understand you, I see you, and I acknowledge that it is not always easy. That said, it is totally still doable. And this podcast episode is going to be all about giving you some perspective that I have been fortunate enough to gain in my own journey, and by listening to the journey of other people who I surround myself with, other people who have gone through hell and back to build a business. I also want to give you some perspective on how you can use your full-time job as a benefit in your business, because it is a benefit. Trust me, it's a benefit. It is an important benefit. We'll get to that in a second. So let me just tell you, for those of you guys who have listened to the podcast for a while, you know that I am in the Army. I have been in it for almost 19 years. Almost 19 years. That means that I'm eligible for retirement in a little over a year, and I can retire with a pension. And what's cool about that is that has been my goal for a long time. Always, I don't know, at least for the last 10, 15 years, I've known that I wanted to make it past 20. And so, and not like for the money or the pension, but for some weird reason in my head, I just thought that was success. To me, success was commanding twice and then retiring after 20. And I will see that through. That will be achieved. And so I had this vision that I would be able to be a battalion commander, which all you need to know is that's the job that I'm doing now. If you speak Army or speak military, then you understand what that means. But that means right now that I'm in command of a bunch of people. And I don't like to talk about all the details because I like to try to keep these separate. But anyways, that was a big goal of mine. I've hit that goal now. And the kind of concurrent goal with that was to make it past 20. And the reason why that is significant for me is because that to me is the point where I'll be able to say, I've done a good job of impacting the Army and fulfilling kind of the role that I wanted to get past, or like the way in which I wanted to contribute. I hope that makes sense. So I set out to build my network marketing business so that I could get past that and then have an option to either continue to serve in the Army or to get out and solely work on my network marketing business. Isn't that the ultimate freedom? To not have to worry about going to find another job, or worry about where you're going to get your money from, or worry about how you're going to pay your bills. Isn't that the ultimate freedom, right? To have flexibility and choice and freedom in your day to do what you love to do. The goal is not always to be in network marketing full time for everybody. In fact, if you've listened to this podcast, you have heard me talk oh my God, like almost every episode about what I learned from Larry and Taylor Thompson, or what we now affectionately call the Thompson Rule, which is the level of desire of the people that you're going to recruit, that are currently in your team, and the people that are going to future, be in the future, I can't speak today, in the future, be on your team, are all going to be, in varying levels, but for the most part, they break down pretty clearly into 80, 15, and 5. And that 80% of people that you currently have in your team and that are going to be in your team in the future are looking to make roughly $500 a month to hire an extra nanny, to save for an extra vacation, to pay a little bit on their mortgage faster, to have their car payment covered, whatever, right? Whatever they want to do. They're not looking to be on a yacht with champagne or like what, I don't know, whatever. That's super cheesy that I said that, but like they're not looking to live the laptop life on the beach, and they're not looking to escape in kind of the traditional vision board that we think of that everybody has. Guess what? Not everybody has that. They just want to pay their car payment, or they just want to buy themselves an extra date night or whatever. So you've got to remember that, because if you're listening to this podcast, then the chances are that you're not part of that 80%. Now, remember that 80% is desire, not results, right? Is your desire to make $500 a month, or is it greater than that? Chances are, if you're listening to this, then your desire is greater than that, because most people who are looking to make $500 a month are not going to put in the time and the effort to download a podcast all about network marketing. So yay, congratulations to you. You've got a crazy level of desire. What you need to remember, though, is that most people are not in that category of desire. And so if you start speaking the language of quit your job, go full time, travel all the world, blah, 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 you're going to repel a lot of people, because they're going to not be able to relate to you. And this is where your full-time job can come in handy. If you notice, I talk about the fact that I'm in a full-time job as often as I can, and I didn't used to do that. I used to hide it. I used to hide it all the damn time, because I don't know, I felt like if people knew that I was in a job, that they would think that I wasn't legitimate, or that I didn't know what I was talking about because I hadn't, quote, made it, even though I'm choosing to stay in my job. I don't know. It's all stupidity, right? It's all stuff we tell ourselves that just isn't true. It's lies. And when I realized that most people don't think that they can achieve a six-figure income or lay on the beach and make recurring income or whatever. I mean, you guys understand that that's kind of a BS line that we tell people anyway, right? People who are making six figures typically aren't just sitting on the beach anyway, because their level of desire is that they're producers. They want to produce, they want to build teams, they want to go higher, bigger, faster, longer, whatever, right? And so they're not just hanging out on the beach, although you have the option to take vacations and to live a life that you dictate, and you have the freedom to make your own choices. So I digress. So your full-time job is an asset. It is an asset, and you should be talking about it. You should be relating to the person who isn't aspiring to make $500,000 a year. They're looking to make $500 a month. Now, once they get to $500 a month and they've built the confidence and the faith, maybe that will change. That could possibly change, but you're not going to get their foot in the door by showing them, hey, quit your job. They're going to think, hey, I'm spending 90 hours a week at my full-time job. I don't have another 90 hours a week to make a full-time salary on this side thing, right? You're ridiculous. But if you tell them that with 30 minutes a day or an hour a day or whatever it is, right, some effort per day consistently over time, that you can make $500 a month, now you've got their attention, because now they're thinking, oh, well, if I can do it at Susie's soccer practice on my phone on the sidelines, that's doable now. Now we're talking. But if you tell them, hey, you can sit on the sidelines at Susie's soccer practice and make, $200,000, $500,000 a year, no one's going to believe you. They're going to think you're nuts and that you're scamming them. So talking about how you either had a full-time job while you built, or currently still have a full-time job, is a great asset. It makes you relatable. It also is, I think, more duplicatable. More people have jobs in network marketing than don't have full-time jobs or other careers. So it's just, I think it's a benefit and an asset. But for those of you who feel overwhelmed, constrained, stuck, frustrated, you go to your job and you are not fulfilled, you dream of the day where you can sit in your home office with your laptop and prospect and create content or do whatever that you want to do, right? Team Zoom calls, all the things that you know that you really want to be doing when you're stuck in your office or whatever your job, wherever your job takes you. This is for you. And this podcast is just really some practical tips that I have learned through failure, lots of doing it wrong, that really help me prioritize and help me build my business while I do have a crazy demanding full-time job. So just for some perspective, I basically run an Army healthcare facility. And so I'm like the equivalent of a CEO in that position, right? So sounds a lot more glamorous than it is, trust me. But I'm in charge of a lot of people. I make a lot of decisions. I have budgets and personnel and hiring and, strategic visions and all that kind of stuff to worry about. So I'm not in a job necessarily where I can zone out or not really show up to the best of my ability. I have to bring excellence to my job. And so, and I want to because I've asked for that position and I want to impact people in that career just as I do in network marketing. But sometimes that means that I have lofty goals of things that I want to get done during the day, and for whatever reason, they don't get done. So I'm going to go through, just touch on a couple different things of how you can reconcile those two, your desire to build your network marketing team and your reality that you have a lot of real obligations. So my best tip is to be realistic in your expectations and set one business goal or key task per day. Okay? One business goal or key task. I don't know what that is for you. Work with your upline, figure out what is the most important income producing activity that you have, and make sure that that is your goal for the day. This is the thing that you have to do. And that thing, once you figure out what that thing is, you need to prioritize that as early in the day as humanly possible. That might mean working your business at 5 a.m. That might mean working your business before the kids and the dogs and the coffee pot and all of that gets crazy. And I know to some of you that's going to sound terrible, but for most of us, it's just a scientific fact. Most of us are sharper and more clear in the mornings. You might think you're a night owl, but your brain doesn't agree, right? Your brain just doesn't agree. And so I try to get up in the morning and knock out whatever key task I have as soon as possible. And quite frankly, some of the times it just doesn't happen. And that's okay too. You've got to give yourself some grace. Please don't beat yourself up. It's just not worth it. It's not going to help you get to your goals any faster. And so my biggest tip is to figure out what the number one thing is you need to do every single day, the goal, the task, whatever it is, the most important thing in your day, and do it as soon as possible. So for some of you, that's going to be sending out 10 messages to prospects. For some of you, that's going to be following up with leads that you already built. For some of you, that's going to be signing up new customer. I don't know, whatever that is, right? It's going to be important though. And for the most part, it revolves around finding new customers or business builders and following up with those people, because that's really the universal task that all of us have to do. Okay, next tip. I kind of already touched on it. Give yourself some grace and stop comparing yourself to others. I could talk for 14 podcast episodes about how much time I have beat myself up or told myself I'm not doing enough or been down on myself for some dumb reason that just isn't true. We've got to give ourselves some grace. And by grace, I mean acknowledge and appreciate the fact that you have a lot of responsibility and you have chosen that responsibility because this is your life and this is what we do. And we're humans and life is messy and complicated, and that's okay. And we can still show up regardless. But we've got to give ourselves some grace and stop comparing ourselves to others, especially on social media, right? No one's posting about the dog vomit or the, kid poop or the car accidents or whatever things happen in their day that they really don't want people to see because for whatever reason we think that everyone has to I don't know, be amazing and inspiring on social media. And I'm partially guilty of this as well. So stop comparing yourself to others. I think that unfollowing people who make you feel small, especially on Instagram, or make you feel less than, or make you wish that you had that person's life and not in a good way, I would say unfollow those type of people. Give yourself some grace and stop comparing yourself to others, because you're making it happen. You're taking action. You are making progress. And if you're doing those things, it is happening. It is happening. Your business is building. It might not be as fast as you want it to, but it is building. So just be kind to yourself. The words that we say to ourselves in our own mind and our head are really, really powerful. And so I would also encourage you to, maybe that is getting up and doing some affirmations and then doing some quick prospecting. But start your day positively with a win, and you will be on the right track. Okay, next tip. I love this tip so much, and this is really a passion of mine. I like to eliminate as much of the small tasks in my life as humanly possible. So, full disclosure, I have an incredible husband who basically stays at home and does a lot of our housework and the cooking and the cleaning. We also have a housekeeper. So we try to make things as easy as possible for me to really just focus on my career and my business. And we have the luxury of doing that. But regardless, I believe that everybody should eliminate the things that they don't have to be doing. Hire a house cleaner, get someone to organize your life, get your groceries delivered, shop online so you don't have to actually physically go into stores. Oh, by the way, that saves money, I think, too, because you're not finding things, especially Target, right? You're not finding things that you don't need. Whatever you can do to save time, bulk prep your meals. I do that. Like, we make huge crock pots full of stuff, and then we just eat that for like 4 days in a row. And do you know how much time that saves? That's 30 minutes a night that I put back into my business. That's probably a customer a week, right? Or who knows, maybe more. But that is valuable, valuable time. Yes, I would much rather be in my kitchen making a gorgeous gourmet meal every single night, but you got to cut that out if you want to focus on your business. So find the things that are in your life that you can streamline and eliminate as many of those small tasks in your life as humanly possible, and put that time towards your business. And really, not just business in general, but those key income producing activities that make you sales and money. My next tip is you've got to take time for you. And I am preaching to myself as much as I am sharing this with you, that it is very easy to take every ounce of spare time and put that into our business or our kids or whatever else you've got going on. But it's really important to remind ourselves why we're doing this business. And I think the best way to do that is to connect ourselves with things that fill us with joy. So whether that be carving time to work out every single day, or, maybe read a book every single day that you enjoy, or whatever hobby, I don't care what it is, but something that you love. Do a little bit of that often. It reminds you why you're in this. It reminds you of the things that you might be able to do more of when you have a little bit more time freedom. And it connects us with I think it connects us with who we are. And the more joy we have in our life, the more we're going to show up, especially on social media, with joy and drive. And we're going to be authentic, and we're going to be who we are because we're inspired and we've had a little bit of me time every single day. I know this is hard, guys. I know I can hear the objections that are in your head, but I've got 7 kids and all this responsibility and all this kind of stuff. Yes, I get it. Don't beat yourself up. Remember, don't beat yourself up. This is not a list of perfection. This is a list of just things that I found that have helped me center myself and give myself the ability to show up with excellence in my network marketing business. Okay, next tip. Sleep. Oh my Lord. If you haven't read the book, The Sleep Revolution by Arianna Huffington, I highly recommend that you read that or get it on Audible. The Sleep Revolution by Arianna Huffington. That book changed my life. I knew before that book that I loved sleep, but I did not know how desperately vital sleep was to all of our functions in life. It affects our ability to make decisions in ways that you really don't understand. Or maybe some of you guys do. But a lot of people don't really understand that even just having 6 hours of sleep a night puts us in a sleep deficit. And some of you guys are like, I would love to freaking have 6 hours of sleep a night, right? I would love that. But really, most adult humans, I think, don't quote me on this, it's roughly 8 hours of sleep a night, 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night. I think maybe 7 to 8 as you get over a certain age. But I know that I don't get that every single night. But if you find yourself getting less than 6, you've got to streamline something to get yourself as much sleep as possible, because sleep will make you more sharp. It'll make you more productive. It'll make you more clear-headed. It's not, I don't think it's a 1-for-1. Like if you cut an hour of sleep to put into your business, you're not going to get an hour of good work. You're going to get maybe 10 minutes of good work. And to me, that's not a good trade-off, because we've got to show up with excellence. We've got to show up with clarity. And when you start depriving yourself of sleep, it's really easy to get in like a funk, right? In just a negative mindset. And sometimes you don't even realize that that's why you're in a negative mindset. It's because we are sleep deprived. So, set the alarm, get your booty to bed as soon as humanly possible, and then maybe wake up early when you're fresh and you've gotten that sleep, and give it a go the next morning. Okay, last thing is a repeat, but I'm going to mention it again because it's really worth mentioning again, is not to compare yourself with others. Your journey is your journey, and oftentimes you don't see the struggles that people have gone through to get where they are, or the struggles that they're currently going through that they just don't share with you. So please do not compare yourself with others. I like to find people that inspire me in a positive way, but that don't make me think, oh my God, I wish I could be that, or I wish, oh, it would be so nice. If you find yourself saying, oh, that would be so nice, or oh, I should totally look like that, oh, I should be like that, I would say stop following that person or stop paying attention to that person. And I would try to find people who you enjoy learning from and who inspire you in a positive way. Okay. I know when I posted this, I got a lot of people saying that there's lots more things that I could add to this list. And absolutely, I could talk about journaling. I could talk about meditation. I could talk about working out and eating clean and all of that kind of stuff. But I think that if I'm being clear with the things that are really important for me, it is the ones that I have discussed with you. Absolutely, working out and eating clean and journaling and being grateful and meditating and all of that is important. But if you don't really figure out how to prioritize your day and figure out what that one thing is that you've got to do today with what little time you have, and knock that out first, you're never going to be able to grow your business, and all the journaling and meditation will not matter, right? Just won't matter. Okay, so I will share very quickly the things that I think everybody should be doing for a DMO. I know I did a DMO episode quite a while back, and I keep saying that I'm going to share with you guys my specific DMO because I haven't really covered that, but I'll be honest, it changes a lot, and I go through seasons. So I feel like if I tell you what I do now, number one, it's going to change, and number two, I would rather arm you with what I think you should be doing to figure out your own DMO, because copying mine is not going to help you. You've got to figure out what works for you. That said, there is something that I universally recommend, and these are the 3 things for everybody's daily method of operation. Number one, and these would be the 3 things that you have to do, especially if you're busy and you don't have time, right? Especially. So this is, I guess, my minimum DMO recommendations. Number one, that would be reach out and prospect people. And this is in order of importance, in my opinion. Number one, the crucial thing that you have to do to build your business is to reach out and prospect people. Basically, ask people if they are open to looking at a presentation of some sort to join your business. I don't care if it's a home meeting. I don't care if it's a video. I don't care if it's you just talking to them on the phone, giving them a PDF of something. You have to, at some point, show them a presentation or offer them something to buy, or your business doesn't grow. And so that is my number one recommendation. My number one DMO If you don't have that, you don't have a business, right? So if you're not doing that on a routine basis, but you've got a kick-ass Instagram account, you got to reevaluate your DMO. If you're not prospecting people, but you have the website of all websites, you got to reevaluate. If you're not prospecting people and you're not connecting with leads and making them an offer, then you shouldn't be doing anything else. That's just number one. Number two, I always recommend that you create one piece of attraction marketing with a solid call to action per day. This is not something that needs to take hours. This is something that you can do in 5 minutes. This is a Facebook post, a Instagram post, a blog post, a podcast, I don't know, whatever it is, like whatever marketing channel you use. For most of you guys, it's going to be either Facebook or Instagram. You should be creating a piece of attraction marketing every single day. I try to post on Instagram every single day on my feed, but without fail, I am talking to you on my Instagram stories every single day. I probably post on Facebook maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Sometimes I go through seasons where I post more, but Instagram is my platform. As you well know, I love it. I think it's my platform. I just really enjoy it. And so every single day I will be on Instagram talking to you at a minimum in my stories. So number one, reach out and prospect people. Number two, create a piece of attraction marketing with a solid call to action at the end. And the last thing that I think you should do, busy people, to grow your to grow your network marketing business is to do some sort of self-development, an audiobook, a meditation, journal, reading a book, listening to a book series. I don't care what it is, but something that makes you a better human being and gives you some perspective. Ideally, I would say also something that gives you gratitude and gets your mind right so that you are a believer in your own power and a believer in your own strength and a believer in your ability to do the things that you know you can do deep down inside. Like the things that you might doubt yourself on the surface, but you know you're smart enough. That's good self-development. Something that leaves you with gratitude and gives you the direction and the motivation and the alignment to really move out and build your business. Okay, guys, so that is my take on how to not lose your mind with a full-time job and a network marketing business. I really hope it helped. If you found this helpful, as always, go ahead and screenshot this episode, upload it into Instagram stories, tell me a little bit about it, and tag me in it. And then if you are needing help with Instagram, you're on Instagram, you guys are floundering, you haven't enrolled any customers or reps from it, or if you have, it was a fluke and you're not quite sure how to do it again, then I've got the course for you guys. You've heard me talk about it before. I am getting so many results for people with this course. It is insane. I had someone get 10 new clients in a week. We've had people get their first customers. I've got a guy who is selling his workout shakes like a champ who had never used Instagram before in the DM. It is insane. If those are the kind of results that you want, head to sorayagoddard.com/Instagram and you will get access to 6 modules of intense training. Each module is at least an hour of really in-depth training. You do need to know how to use Instagram. I'm not going to teach you how to post. You got to know the basics, but this is strategy. This is how to brand yourself, how to do your bio, how to take pictures, how to edit pictures, all sorts of good stuff. And I'm still adding content to the course. It's so good. I'm adding content all the time. So this is well worth it, in my humble opinion, to really take your Instagram game from something that is just a hobby to something that's actually going to make you grow your business and get you to where you want to be in your network marketing business. So go to sorayagoddard.com/Instagram and sign up for that, and you'll get an email right away that'll direct you to the course so you can start instantly. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. Talk soon. Hey friends, I hope you enjoyed Secrets to Marketing Your Wellness MLM. Before you go though, I have something for you. If you are looking to grow your audience online via social media so that you can have people getting excited about your products and reaching out to you to learn more, then you need my cheat sheet that has 50 health and wellness Facebook Live topics.
that will attract an audience to you. It also walks you through the secret 4-part formula that you can follow on both Facebook and Instagram that is proven to have people reaching out to you. And when you get it, I am also sending you guys an audio file for those of you who love to listen to the information on the go. You can get both of those things at www.sorayagoddard.com/podcast. Again, that's sorayagoddard.com/podcast. SORAYAGODDARD.com/podcast. Thanks so much. Chat soon.